Welcome back to Design with Miyoshi. We're going to put a roof on our cabin, so I already opened up the file. Again, if you want to open it up, you just go File, Open, and you can go to your project and open them, or you can, go back to the other. You can open up recent documents as well. So I'm going to go ahead and here's my cabin that I've already got. So I'm going to go ahead and I already did that though. So if you notice my roof, you can't see the lines below it, and I have tried to figure that out. Um, it used to be fairly easy, but I don't know, for some reason it's not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little trick I've used before, and I'll go to the site view. So I'll just double click on the site, or it's already open here. So I'll click on the site tab here, and here is the same view I have in the level 1, or pretty close. Notice it doesn't have the same dimensions on that, but that's okay. I'll do choose site. And what I'm going to do is I'll click on roof. And notice it says, it gives me this little message here. You created the roof on the lowest level. Would you like to move to the 2? And I can click on whichever level. I only have 2 levels right now, so let's click on roof. Click yes. And now I'll make my roof. So notice it actually looks for boundary lines. What's it's doing is there's a little pick or down here on the lower left that says pick walls to create lines. Now I'm going to go ahead and create 3 different roofs, and I'll just do them right in order. And I'll just grab this wall here, and then I'll grab this wall here. I'll grab this wall here, and then I'll grab this wall here. And once I do that, I can click on check here, and it'll attach my roofs or not attached. So I'm going to just go ahead and let it attach the roofs. And now what it did is it just made a roof for me. Now, what kind of roof did it make? Well, we don't really know until we go look at our perspective view. At least we don't know right this minute. And if you look, it's just a flat roof. It's just a flat roof that you maybe could put some dirt on or something like that and have a sod hut or something like that. But that's not what we want exactly. So let's try this again. So what we can do is, it's already selected, so I'll just hit the delete button because I don't want that roof. And if I go back here to my 3D view, you can see there's no roof anymore. So click on site again. Let's make a new roof. And yes, I'll put it on the roof layer. And what I want to do is, let's change this guy up here. Change the offset or the overhang to be 1 foot overhang. And I want to define slopes. Now, if I define all these slopes here, what it's going to do is now it's going to I'll just select the wall. So again, it says down here below, bottom left, it says pick walls to create lines. And so again, I'll just pick this wall, and notice it puts that little dashed line there. That's where the overhang is going to be. And it tells me I got a 30-degree angle there. This is what's going to be a sloped roof on all sides. And it's going to be, can't think of the name right off the top of my head right now. But that'll be my roof. And I'll attach all the walls. Yes, I'll let it do that. And if I look at my 3D view, there's my roof. You see that it's got a little bit of pitch there. Comes to a point. And that is my roof. Now that's not the kind of roof I want at this point in time, but that's okay. That's a good roof. Come back to my site. Let's try this one more time. So I'll delete that roof again. It's still selected. If it wasn't selected, I could just have to select the roof here. And then I could hit the delete button on my keyboard. And that deletes my roof. Let's try one more time. Let's make a roof. Yes, I'll put on the roof layer. And this time we will make overhang defined slope. But we're going to make a gabled roof this time. And what I want is I want gable ends on this edge and on this edge. So I will select this edge first. And then I'll come up here to define slopes and I'll uncheck that. I'll select that edge. And then I'll select define slopes again. And I'll select this edge and I'll undefine the slopes again. And then I will click on this edge. Now this should make a gabled edge on the front and the back. So I'll hit the OK. I'll check button. And this time I'm not going to attach because I'm going to do that in a little bit here. So now if I look at my 3D view, you can see that it's a gabled roof. That just means that it's angled on this side. And notice that the walls aren't touching. Now that's what that little check would have been. But let's do this a different way instead. So instead, I'm going to attach this wall to the roof. So let's click on this wall. And all I have to do is click on attach base to top. I think that's the one. And I just select the top here that I want to go to, and there it goes. Let me select the other side. So let's rotate this guy around. Oops. Do the same thing on this wall. Click on the wall, attach the top, click, grab the roof, and there it gets selected. And there we go. Beautiful, right? Well, there's one other kind of roof. There's one last kind of roof. So let's do that again. So let's undo that with Control Z and Control Z one more time. That detaches the roof. Oopsie. Okay. I should be able to use the middle mouse. The middle mouse, the wheel has a mouse button. It does pan, but I think if I hold the shift key down, it will actually tumble out all over the place however I want. All right, so let's go back and let's do the roof one more time. Oops. Let's get rid of that roof one more time. So I'll delete the roof. And now, one more time, we'll make the roof one more time. This time what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and do that slope again. And this time what I want to do is I want to do a lean-to roof. So what I'm going to do is I'll define the slope only on the one end. So I'm going to define it on this end only. So I'll click on this side, and then I'm going to go ahead and undefine the slopes again. And I'll click on all three of these guys. And now I'll hit OK. And yeah, I'll attach the walls. And this time when I look at my 3D view, you can see that now I have a lean-to type roof with a slope going only one way. And so if I tumble this over, you can see that that's all. And I'm just holding the shift on the keyboard and then using the middle of the wheel as a mouse button. And you can see that's the way it looks. Now, I don't really like that look either, so let's go back to the gable view. I actually like the gable much better. So I'll just do Control Z. That gets rid of the walls. And then that gets rid of that. And I'll just get rid of that. Oops. And I'll discard the roof, yes. Now, I guess I could do it in this view too. Try this one more time. Let's get that other roof back. Okay, so let's go back to site view. We'll make a roof. We'll put on the roof. And again, I want a gabled roof, so I will have undefined slopes on the front and the back. And notice, if you notice, it showed the overhang going either way on that. So let me do that again. If I move this mouse over here, notice that the dashed lines on the inside this time. If I clicked it, it would put the overhang on the wrong side. So let's put it on the correct side, like the overhang on this side. And then I'll define the slopes on the other two guys. And now it's got those 30-degree slopes. You can change the slope by changing this here in the properties. If I want to make a bigger slope than that, maybe I want to make it a 45. Oops. I can apply that there. And now I should make a 45-degree slope, which is too big for me, but that's okay. We'll put that in there. And we'll attach those walls this time so that we don't have to do that manually. We'll go to the 3D view. And there it is, with that big, huge slope. Now, I think we can change that slope right here. Let's go ahead and make that back to 30. Apply that. And there it is. My walls went down as well. So there is a roof. Nice and beautiful. Unfortunately, we can't see it here in the roof view. I don't know why. I haven't figured that out yet. But we should be able to see it in this roof view. The roof plan should be able to show it. And for some reason, it doesn't like it. So I'll play around with it. I'll figure it out someday. And I will put a video on there when I do. But at this point in time, normally the range tells you. Oh, actually the range has gone back to what it was before. So let's change this. Change this back to level below. View depth. Let's go level below. Let's see what that does. Maybe I'll put -10 below that too. Even below our depth there. Now let's see what happens. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have changed anything. So there we have it. There's our roof. And if you were in my class, you could choose any of 3 of those roof styles. I particularly like the gabled style, but you could have one of the other styles as well, the lean-to and the one I forgot. But anyway, you can have those styles, and it's beautiful. If I look at the front door, there it is. Maybe I might even have a little bit bigger overhang on this particular side, but you can kind of play around with that and do the things that you need to. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time on Design with Miyoshi.